plan a great next quarter. Now we're gonna be going into Q2, and a lot of you have been crushing it, you've been slaying it, you've been doing an amazing job in Q1. And one, we either wanna keep that momentum going, or number two, and thank you guys so much for all the love, for all the hearts, by the way. If you're on here, drop me your name, let me know where you're coming in from. Also, if you're live over here on Facebook, hello to all you ladies, let me know if you're live, and also if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. So let me know where you're coming in from, your name and where you're coming in from, okay? So I'm going to chat with you today about 4 steps you need to plan a great next quarter. Again, you may have been crushing it, you may have been doing amazing this past quarter, or you may need some help and some support on how to really get ahead and make this quarter, Q2, the best quarter yet. Because what we wanna do is focus on, look, the year is not even halfway over yet, right? But we wanna make sure that what we're doing is working for us. And I have some amazing tips for you guys, so stay tuned. And we're gonna jump right in, okay? So tip number 1, we need to learn from the past, okay? The first thing is to look back at the past quarter, so Q1, what we're currently in, and you wanna look at what you've accomplished in that quarter. You want to figure out what the wins are that you had, okay? What are the wins that you've had this past month? And you guys, I write everything down. You see these calendars behind me. I have a desk calendar, I have a daily, I use my Google Calendar. A lot of people ask me what are the systems that I use, and this is how we track, okay? I can barely remember what I did 2 days ago, let alone what I did 2 months ago or 2 weeks ago, okay? So we need to be tracking what it is that we're doing. So I want you to go over the wins that you had from the past 3 months. What worked? What was it that were those wins for you? And also, what didn't work? That's just as important, okay? What goals were achieved and how were they achieved? You need to figure out, like, what was I doing to achieve these goals, okay? Because again, if you've done it and you've reached success in certain areas, you're able to duplicate it, okay? So which of those wins, which of those strategies are you going to carry over into the next quarter? Super important to have attention on that, okay? How will the strategy have to be adjusted? Because a lot of times what works right now, thank you so much, Prince Hakeem, thanks so much. What's working now may be adjusted going forward, okay? So step number 1 is we wanna learn from the past, and we wanna focus on looking back into the previous quarter, Q1, January, February, and March, and we wanna focus on what were the wins, what worked, and also what didn't work, and carry over the things that did work. Or maybe they still worked, but you're trying to figure out, what do I wanna carry over? What should I carry over, okay? And then from there, what's the strategy gonna be? Do I need to adjust the strategy? Do I need to, hi Lisa, thanks for joining us. Do I need to change up the strategy? Do I need to take some things out, add some things? Okay, what does that look like? So that's step number 1, okay? Step number 1, learn from the past, okay? Step number 2, prioritize your goals, okay? Using that past quarter as a guide to start planning what you're doing in this next quarter, in Q2, is going to be so important, and that should be of top priority, okay? Start by making a list, like list everything out. Hi, Lisa from Miami, hello. I want you to start to list out everything that you or your company should be working to achieve, okay? So what is it that you wanna go over? Again, you see these behind me, you see these boards behind me, and I plan out all my quarters. So I have the month that we're in. So you can see I have March over here. I don't know if you can see that if it's in the shot, but I have March, April, May, and June, okay? I plan it all out because I wanna know, what am I going after? What is the strategy, okay? If you don't know, how is your team supposed to know? And if you're a solopreneur, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a team, like you're leading the ship, right? Like you are in charge. So start by making a list of everything that you or the company should be working to achieve. And then what you want to do is go through the list and organize the objectives. 1, 2, 3, okay? In what order of importance are you listing these things out? And then from there, you guys, here's like a 3-step process in tip number 2, in step number 2. You want to go through and assign, okay? You want to assign each priority to a specific person, okay? The reason why you do this is the person that is responsible for accomplishing that task or that goal or whatever it is needs to know what it is, okay? So they can work towards that by the end of the quarter. How are you going to hold them accountable, okay? What is the goal? Number one, list it out. So you're listing out all the objectives, all the things you're looking to achieve, and then you're going to give that, you're going to set that as a priority, okay, to the person who is going to achieve it, who you want to achieve that, okay? Again, if you're a solopreneur, maybe it's you. You're assigning it to yourself. But how are you supposed to know what you're achieving if you don't have the targets and the goals in place, okay? So we assign each of those priorities, whether it's for yourself, the person on your team, and then you also list out objectives, 1, 2, 3, and so on, okay? Super important that you're doing that, okay? Number 3, okay, so number 1, I'm gonna recap here. Number 1 is we are going to learn from the past. So learn from the past. What are the things that you can go back and look at? And what have you accomplished? What are the wins? What do you need to change up? What do you need to strategize, okay? And then what are you gonna move forward or tweak or change, right, is number 1. Number 2, and thank you all for jumping on over here on Instagram and over here on Facebook. You guys are amazing. Yes, Mike, you know, you gotta have the target. Like the target is the thing that gets you to the goal, right? You don't just like list out your goals and hope that you get there. It doesn't work like that, y'all, okay? So we gotta have those targets in place, but you also need to determine who on your team is supporting you with that, okay? What are the objectives? 1, 2, 3, list out those priorities, all right? And then number 3, and what we're going over, if you just jumped on, the topic of today's conversation is 4 steps you need to plan a great next quarter. We're midway through March, and if you don't have this in place now, you guys know you have to set yourself up for success. If you don't have that plan in place, then you're gonna end up failing, and you're gonna say, why am I going into the second quarter without a game plan? I don't know what I'm doing. Where am I at? Where is my team at? Thank you. Thanks for being on. I love your energy. Oh my gosh, amazing. You bought my book. Amazing. Oh, Slay Your Day. Look, I got it right here. It's right on my desk. Amazing. I'm so glad you got it. Reach out to me, Amy, and let me know how you like it. I would love to hear from you. Okay, number 3, establish accountability. This is so important to hold each goal owner accountable, right? And again, if it's you, how are you going to hold yourself accountable? Okay, create a weekly breakdown of how you're going to achieve the goal. What is it that you're going to do? Because you guys, if you look at the big picture, it's so hard to look at this big juicy goal, and it's easy to get excited, but it's also easy to get overwhelmed. Okay, so we need to break it down on how you're going to achieve it. And if you don't know how you're going to achieve it, writing it down into bite-sized chunks is going to make it so much more doable for you, so much easier for you to get to, right? So number 3 is establish accountability. Hold the goal owner accountable, whether it's you holding someone else accountable, vice versa. You need to make sure that you're breaking this down into bite-sized pieces so you can achieve the goal, okay? And then number 4, can anybody guess what number 4 is? So we talked about number 1, learn from the past, okay? Go over and look back into the business of the things that were accomplished and the things that worked. Okay, that was number 1. Number 2, prioritize your goals. Number 3, establish accountability. Number 4, work. Yes, this is all work. We need to do this, but there's number 4. Is there something very specific that is number 4? Can anybody guess it? Let's see if anyone can guess it. You guys, number 4, this is the 4th step you need to plan a great next quarter. You guys, is measure. Measure, 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 okay? So you're measuring, you're holding weekly accountability meetings with your team members to review the progress of their priorities. We have to measure. If you're not measuring, you can't scale. If you're not measuring, you're gonna stay stuck in the same place, okay? I want you to make something visual. Make a visual chart, okay? That shows the completion, the percentage of how far you've come. This way, it's gonna make it clear to everyone on the team, to you, to your partners, to your assistants, whoever's on your team, how you're moving and reaching the goals, okay? What is complete? Where are we at? How are we getting there? And this is the really cool thing, you guys. As you start to work on these, okay, you get to see the early signs of how you're gonna hit the goal. Because you may not get there overnight, you're definitely not gonna get there overnight, but you also get to see the progress. You see the early winning signs, but you also see the early warning signs. This is so important, okay? You see the red flags that come up. You see the things that are like, you can see them from a mile away that you know may cause a problem in you getting to the goal. So again, I'll say this again, you not only get to see the early winning signs, you also see the early warning signs. So by measuring these things out, it's so important that you have enough time to fix them. You have enough time to navigate what's going on. And if you can do that, this is going to be what sets you up for a successful Q2. So these 4 steps are the things that you need to do right now. Don't wait till the end of the month. You're gonna say, Sandi, I wish I would have jumped on. I wish I would have done this sooner. Do this now. Get your game plan in place. These are the 4 steps you need to plan out a great Q2, okay? Tyler, thanks for jumping on. Oh, we have Russell. Hi, Russell. Okay, so that, you guys, is something that you wanna focus on right now. I also wanna tell you that starting on April 5th, I'm gonna be doing, it's called a Systemize to Monetize Challenge. It's 5 days. It's not a month long. It's not a mastermind where it's 5 or 6, or a year long. It's 5 days. We're gonna get quick wins for you guys. If you haven't seen this yet, it's just sandraglant.com/challenge. I don't know if someone can write that in the comments. sandraglant.com/challenge. And what we're gonna do is go over all of these things that we're talking about here, but you're gonna get the strategy, you're gonna get the systems, you're gonna get, I'm just typing it in here, you're gonna get the PDFs, the downloads, you're gonna get all of the things that go along with this challenge and you implementing this into your own business. Okay, I'm typing this in the comments so you guys can see. Okay, pin comment, perfect. So if you're not doing this right now, it's so imperative that you're doing this in your business, okay? Marie, she says, count me in. Amazing. Marie, if you can drop, thank you. Marie, you read my mind. Of course you read my mind. She dropped it in the comments for you guys. sandraglant.com/challenge is where that you can sign up. It's 5 days. It's quick wins. You guys, it's going to be so much fun because we're going to go through the strategy. We're going to go through the strategy of planning these things out. What's working, what's not working, how to level up in your business, but strategically. Hi, Jen Gottlieb. Hello, hello. Jen was with us this weekend. So the boards in the background, these are from Target. These are from Target. They're just like little Target, I think they're magnetic, but I just have them hung up on the wall. So I'll go over the 4 steps so you guys know what the 4 steps are, okay? Number 1, learn from the past. The first thing to look back on is what you did, what you accomplished, where are the wins, what do you need to tweak, what worked, what needs to be adjusted, number 1. Number 2, prioritize your goals, okay? Using the past quarter as your guide, that's what you're gonna focus on. Start making a list of all the things that you and your company have achieved, and then determine where you're going from there. What are the priorities? List them out, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then make sure you assign. What and who are you assigning on your team those priorities, okay? Those targets. It's so important that those people are held responsible for the goals that they're working after, okay? Because if not, number 3 is establish accountability. You need to hold each other accountable. Who on your team, what are they going after? How are you supporting that person? And again, for all the solo entrepreneurs, what is your plan of attack for accountability? If it's just you, how are you gonna hold yourself accountable, okay? So create that weekly breakdown on how you're gonna reach the goals. It's really fun, you guys, when you can set up these kind of check-ins for yourself and you get to see what's working. You get to see the wheels in motion, okay? And then number 4, you can see how this all flows and goes together so well because number 4 is measure. Measure, 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 okay? Measure what your team is doing, measure the wins, the success, and like I said before, it's gonna be so easy to start to see the early signs of what's working and where you're winning, but also it's gonna be able to see the warning signs. So the winning signs and the warning signs. Any ideas on how to keep yourself, on how to hold yourself accountable? Absolutely. So for me and our family, we don't do a lot of like TV. We don't do a lot of, things that like you typically would be working towards, like people that like sit down and watch TV and get into that. Hi, boss lady. I connected with you this weekend as well. Okay, two things. One, what are the things that you enjoy doing? If you don't hit those goals, it's a reward system, okay? So you get rewarded by doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. And then I in my business, I handle my team, my business, the same way that I do parenting, which is on a reward system. There's rewards for things, right? We're not like, especially with my kids and in my business, I'm not focusing on the things that are not going well. I know what they are, right? But I'm not bringing attention to them to make it, again, you don't want to bring attention to things that aren't working. So what we do is we really focus on the wins in the business. And then again, from there, a way to hold yourself accountable is get an accountability partner. Who do you know that also needs it? I guarantee you that anyone on this live right now, whether it's over here on Facebook or over here on Instagram, there's someone that you can either align with in the business community or someone that you know personally that you can say, look, I need someone to hold me accountable, okay? And if I can't do it, I need someone else to do it. Or join a mastermind, join a group, join a community that's going to hold you accountable. I know Jen's on right here. I know Boss Lady's on here. I saw Russell Brunson on here. Like, you guys, get in communities of people who are going to help you work towards your goals. If you're not used to it and it's something that's new to you, it's gonna be very easy for you to get off track because you're not used to doing that. So get in winning environments. Get around people who are used to holding themselves accountable, holding other people accountable, and that's how you start to track your wins and hold yourself accountable. Because look, it might be hard for you if you haven't done it before, right? There's like no shame in that. It's great that you recognize it. And for all of us, look, we all have areas of our life that we can improve. We all have areas of our life that we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard and a higher level, okay? So if that's you and you recognize it, whatever it is, it could be health, it could be wellness, it could be in your parenting, it could be in your business. It could be waking up early in the morning, right? Like anything. Where do you want to move yourself forward? And then get an accountability partner for that can hold you to that standard, that can hold you accountable when it's not easy, okay? Because when things are going easy, it's like no problem, right? I would be serious about joining a mastermind group. Could you put me in the right direction? So Luna, reach out to me, DM me. So if you want to join the challenge, there's not going to necessarily be an accountability group in the challenge, but everyone in there is going to be working towards their goals, is going to be focusing on what we're talking about here, okay? And that's just sandraglant.com/challenge. That is, like I said, it's not a mastermind, but it is a 5-day challenge, and then there'll be something in there that I talk about where it will be a mastermind, okay? So that's longer. It's not going to be just 5 days. So get around people who are winning. Get around people who are able to stack their stats and have winning stats behind them, okay? So important to do that because, look, if you've got 5 winning people around you, winning in success, in parenting, in health and wellness, you will be the 6th. I just did a post on this today or last night, whenever I did it, right? Like, you need to get around people that are also looking at the wins. It's $55 for the challenge. It's $55 for the challenge, okay? You guys, it's like what you spend on coffee, like for a few days, okay? sandraglant.com/challenge. When you sign up, you get into a community, into a Facebook group, into a community of the other people that are joining. We start on April 5th, so in just a few weeks. And you guys, it's a no-brainer. It's $55 to join, and you get into this community. We're gonna be talking about the things that I'm talking about here, like figuring out how you're structuring your Q2, prioritizing your goals, establishing accountability, measuring what it is that you're doing so you can track your stats. And again, it's so important that as we're measuring the goals, right, as we're measuring the progress, that we focus on, again, the winning signs and the warning signs, okay? I want you to think about that. Where in your business right now, as you look back into the past quarter, okay, what are the things that have worked for you? What are the things that you want to double down and focus on, okay? Because it's not by magic that people are winning and having success. It's because they have attention on their statistics, on the things that are working for them. If you just fly by the seat of your pants and hope that you're gonna get more customers and your business is gonna grow, you might have a little bit of luck, but it's not gonna be that way forever. It's not gonna be by luck that this happens. It's going to be because there's a strategy behind it. And that's what this Systemize to Monetize challenge is. It's putting the systems, it's implementing the systems into your business so you know it's working, so you can monetize, so you can make money. If you love what you do and you know what you do makes a huge impact, drop me an emoji. Give me some hearts, drop me an emoji. You guys can do this over here in the Facebook group as well. Drop me an emoji, let me know what you do, and drop me an emoji and let me know if you believe in your product or service, that your product or service changes lives. Drop me an emoji, give me some hearts, and let me know what it is that you do changes lives. We're going to 10x Q2. Absolutely. Absolutely. I see the hearts rolling in. Okay, so if that is you, I see the emojis, yes. The hearts, the emojis, yes. I feel the love. I can feel the energy, you guys. I love it. It is your responsibility to make sure that your products and services are getting out to people that need it. I know what I do. I can say with 1000% certainty that I know what I do helps people. It transforms lives. It allows people to show up present in their business, with their families. It gives them results. If what you do gives someone results, you should be so confident in your product or service that you should be screaming it from the rooftops, okay? Hi, Jenna, thanks for jumping on. So when we go through the Systemize to Monetize challenge, and again, sandragland.com/challenge, we're gonna go through systems, we're gonna go through the strategies and the blueprint of you implementing it and getting your eyeballs on the statistics in your business that work, okay? And also what doesn't work, because that's just as important, if not more. Like the things that are not working, we're gonna get rid of, so you can only focus on doubling down on what is working. So Systemize to Monetize challenge, it's 5 days, quick wins in 5 days for you and your business and your company. Get your organization on board, get them into the program so you guys can do this together. sandragland.com/challenge. I'm so excited to see you guys in there. I actually have to jump off in 4 minutes because I'm jumping on another live at 2 o'clock here on the East Coast. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. Again, sandragland.com/challenge. Systemize to Monetize. Setting up systems in your business so you can monetize and make money with the products and services that work, that will change people's lives. Okay, guys? All right, amazing to chat with you today. Thank you so much for being over here on Facebook. Marie, thank you for dropping that link for me. Count me in, me, amazing. All right, guys. Any questions, reach out to me, DM me. You can just reach out to me over here on Instagram or over here on Facebook. Let me know what questions you have. sandragland.com/challenge, and I will see you over there. Bye-bye.